we're going to pit Lieutenant Falcon against himself and see which is better, the OG or the brand spanking new G.I. Joe Classified 2023 version. Yo, Joe! Let's take a look and dive right in. Now, I was always a big fan of Falcon. I considered him to be, up there with Flint, Hawk as, leader material. The movie, G.I. Joe the movie, which I love, absolutely. I know it's got stupid Cobra La, which is, a mixed bag of very cool and kind of not really something we should have seen in G.I. Joe ever. But still, the movie, it just rocks. I was a big Miami Vice fan. Don Johnson being a voice in G.I. Joe was a weird culmination of just things that I was obsessed with at the time. And, I love this character from the movie. Now, with all the G.I. Joe characters, your relationship with them is either coming from the figure, the comic book, the cartoon, or some combination. And for me, obviously, Falcon, he didn't do a whole lot in the comic book. He was all about the cartoon, G.I. Joe the movie. And I modeled, when you play, this would affect how you modeled your play after you would, and I modeled him after the Don Johnson's performance in the G.I. Joe movie. And he was a great figure too, though. You didn't get a lot of knives back then, so I was kind of always excited when somebody came with a knife and, Green Beret, which sort of ruins the idea of the G.I. Joe movie, by the way, that he's this like newbie, but he's a Green Beret. Yeah, it doesn't really work that way. Now, let's compare him to his counterpart here. So, first things first, we're always going to compare the artwork, and we're always going to lose to the original artwork by Hector Garrido. What are you going to do? But, rating this box art here, this is not my favorite box art in the classified line. I just don't really get where they're going here. No shot against the artist. It's some good stuff, but I don't really get it. It can't possibly compare to the original image of Falcon. And it's just like very green and yellow. I don't know. This is not their best, I gotta admit. Not my favorite. They should put some like Cobra La shit on the box art, right? I don't know. Some reference to the movie. You can't really talk about Falcon and not talk about the G.I. Joe movie. That's what Falcon is about. He was in that, And, I know that Cobra La is dumb and not G.I. Joe really, but I still want a globulous classified figure. Alright, let's take a look here. We've got Lieutenant Falcon. What the f*** happened to his face? Holy shit. I don't know what's wrong with this one. My God. Let's take him out. Whoa. Alright. It's kind of weird looking. He's got big ears and a messed up face. I don't know. The original is like dashingly handsome, sort of Don Johnson-esque. He's looking pretty good. And this guy's just like weirdly shaped. I don't know. There's something just odd about his shape. This little strap here is not fitting well. It's sort of like too big, and it's stretched out, which is really odd. Maybe you pull it down or something. It's like starting to look like a dress. If I pull it down too much, he's gonna be wearing a little mini skirt. Maybe he should be wearing a mini skirt with that face. Okay, what? He's a little scarf. That's the original head. So yeah, he looks a lot like him, except for the fucked up face. Let's see. Let's get into what the accessories. All right, here we go. All right, so he's got his knife, which to me was like the thing, you know, with this character, and it is exactly like the original in comparison, an exact replica of the original knife. It's just silver. It's got some color, which makes a whole ton of sense. Ooh, that is it barely fits in his hand. Like, does it fit in this hand? It barely fits in either. It just wants to fall right out. For some reason. Alright, he's got a little green beret cap. Nice. It's a tight fit, which is good. He looks a little less goofy with it on, which is like a plus, but not a lot is going to save this guy. Get the backpack. The backpack, again, is basically a replica. So this is really, they're not doing anything new here. They're just giving you exactly the figure you had as a kid. Everything down to the little radio wire, sheath for the knife that he can't hold, and this nice little shotgun. It's got a little upgrade with the stock. So he's alright. I mean, the scarf feels really goofy on this guy for some reason. And the straps are just like stretched out and falling off of him. And he looks kind of skinny. He looks like he needs to eat a burger or something. I don't know. Yo, Joe! I don't know. This is not their best work. This, in fact, is low. Low on the quality here. Down to the box art, from box art to the, you know, having a badass knife that you can't hold, and the knife is not exciting anymore because every other classified guy comes with a knife. So this is not a hard one to give the win over to the original Lieutenant Falcon. Yeah, much better figure, much less fucked up face, light years better. This is, can't say I love it. Can't say I love it. Will I want another one? No, because he's not that important of a character. It's not like when, you know, they F up Scarlet, you want a new Scarlet. You want a good Scarlet. In this case, I can live with this. This is cool. Don't have to make me another one. Don't do the 15 roadblock bullshit with Falcon. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants more than one Falcon. He'll do. But not the best. But OG wins hands down. Okay. So, if you like this video, like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.